Happy Valentine's Day. A day of love for all things, especially yourselves. Okay. We'll see who else is up this morning. Good morning, Kathleen. Happy Valentine's Day. Joanne, you found us. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay. Taking my self-love potion to start. Ooh, yeah. And I'm going to be sharing. I realized when I said the words, I love everything about me, it resonated with a sort of familiarity. Like they popped into my mind as I was thinking, like, what's the affirmation? But they had this familiarity to me, and I was like, oh, they're just so perfect. That's why they sound so familiar. But then I realized they were from this practice that Rob Bresney, who's an astrologer who wrote a great book, Pranoia, which is just very my kind of book. He has this thing in it called I, Me, Wed, where we marry ourselves. And that's where the affirmation, well, that's probably where I first really heard it. And I had done this practice over and over again in different ways. So I'm going to be sharing some of the vows today as we profess our love for ourselves. But we will start by just coming into our seat and anchoring into your support structures, into the surface beneath you. Spine is growing tall, head is lifting up into the infinite space, connecting to your breath. And if you'd like to, you could bring your hands onto your heart center and we will speak or think our affirmation for our 11-day practice. I love everything about me. I love everything about me. And just breathing that into yourself. And exhaling. And if there's ever resistance or if it feels funny, just go with it, please. I invite you to just go with it. Step into like the goofiness of practicing self-love. If it feels goofy to you, okay, breath. I don't think it's goofy. I'll just put that out there. Breath time, arms in whatever position feels right. If you want to keep them up, you can bring them up. And even inhales, exhales through the nose. Finding your rhythm. One minute down, 2 more to go. Just do the best that you can. Remember, today is all about loving yourself. Whatever feels right for you, just go with it. Last minute. Deep inhale. Hold the breath in, interlace the hands above your head. Good stretch. Open the body here. And exhale, sweeping the arms down. Whew. Remembering to come to your breath of fire if you are in a cold climate. When you're outside, it'll work magic. Okay, so we're doing our alternate practice today, slightly different than the one we were doing for our self-care practice. And I'm going to add a little love, extra love for our legs today. So just beginning by making nice big circles, opening up our hips and our pelvic bowl. I was listening to a friend do an Akashic record reading, and the reading was on water. What is the Akashic records of water? And maybe that none of that makes sense to you, but basically it's a way of tapping into the spirit of water and ask certain questions. And the message that water wanted to send us was to love it, to really love it, thinking about what it is doing for us, how it cleanses our bodies, how it deeply nourishes our bodies when we drink it, the sensuality of drinking water. Anyways, it did sort of reframe my relationship to water, although I try to honor it and love it, but it did shift it. So changing directions of our circles. Okay, I love everything about me. Here are some of the vows from the I, Me, Wed practice. I love my curious beauty and my amazing pain. I love my hungry soul and my magnificent brain. I love my flaws, my gaps, my catalytic fears. I love my puzzling insights and my scary frontiers. Good, coming back to center, nice deep inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Some spinal flexes, hands a little bit lower here, focusing on the really pelvic bowl, tilting the pelvis. I love my wrongs, my rights, and my ambiguous dreams. I love my courage, my cowardice, and my elaborate schemes. I love everything about me. Oh, now I remember why it's so embedded in my brain. Eve Ensler, I had an event and Eve Ensler actually wed us all using this script. Aging brain, it's coming back to me. All right. Moving hands up towards the knees and flexing at the rib cage. I will never forsake, betray, or deceive me. I will always adore, forgive, and believe me. I will never refuse, abandon, or scorn myself. I will always amuse, delight, and redeem myself. Beauty and truth and love will always find me. Chaos and wildness will always sustain me. Good. Deep inhale, straight spine. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Core practice. So stretch pose. This is what I taught the first day of self-love. You can modify it if you would like to. We come onto our backs, and I'll just give another short instruction. The feet and the head come about 6 inches off. I know you can't really see me. 6 inches off, a few inches off. The arms are up by the sides like this. Your eyes are looking at your toes. You don't have to come into it just yet. We're going to be doing breath of fire in that position. And if it feels too tender for your back, you can tuck your hands underneath your hips to actually support you a little bit better. And and then if it's too intense, just lower one leg at a time to put some of the pressure off of the abdomen. Just lower one leg at a time. Okay, so we're going to do this for 1 minute. Hopefully that makes sense. And whatever you're doing, I'm sure is great. So coming up, lifting feet and head. Deep inhale. Exhale, lower the body down, all the way down, and just relax here. Give yourself a relax. Let the energy move from the navel throughout the body. Good. And now we're gonna rock on the back and come up to standing, teaching us a new thing right now. This is something that comes from my training in Kundalini, and they're called frog poses, okay? So this is what we do for frog. We're up on our tippy toes, and the hands stay connected to the ground. And what we do in this position is we inhale as we straighten our legs, keeping the heels off the ground, and then we exhale, coming back down. Inhaling up, looking at the knees, straight legs, exhale down. We're gonna count 26 of them. If this feels really unsafe for your knees, you can modify it, just doing squats, inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhale up and exhale down, okay? So we're gonna try to do 26, and we can begin. Just go at your own pace. You don't have to follow my pace. I'm gonna count 26, and then we'll stop after that. Good, wherever you're at, we can stop and come back to our seats for some breath meditation. So I'm going to be alternating that practice with our sun salutation practice for the remainder of our 8 days. And if you have questions about these new things, just send me a message and I can clarify anything for you. All right, coming back into our seats. Letting the breath, if it's worked up like mine is from that experience, just letting it slow down in its own time. Being with your breath. I'll just share these last few words from the practice. I am a perfect creation, and everything alive is naturally in love with me. I vow to treat myself with respect and compassion. I pledge to see my problems as tremendous opportunities, and my flaws as imperfect talents. I promise to shower myself with rowdy blessings and surprising adventures. I promise to be stronger than hate, wetter than water, and wilder than the sun. I vow to love and honor my highs and my lows, the life I wish I had and the life I actually have. I pledge to never hold back, to be the hero of my own story, to ask for everything I need and give everything I have. I vow to love myself unconditionally, unconventionally, until the end of time and beyond. Taking a nice deep inhale and exhale. We'll close our practice with gratitude as we do, hands on our heart center, thanking ourselves for showing up to honor and appreciate and give ourselves some love. And just breathing that gratitude into your body, acknowledging your efforts and thanking yourself for your efforts. Feeling it as the most potent medicine you could ever give yourself. Thanks, ladies, for sharing your practice today. And I hope that you have a beautiful Valentine's Day. It's continuing to celebrate yourself and love yourself throughout the day and forever, of course, now that you've just vowed to do that. All right, I'll be back online tomorrow at 7 in the morning. Ciao.